Thank you, Senator Carper, and thanks for having this hearing. To you and the chairman, this is an incredibly important area. I've got a number of questions I'm going to be submitting for the record, probably to each of you, at least to the three of you, as I see there. But I want to focus on one issue, Dr. Hatchett, if I could. We've talked a lot about Ebola today. We've also talked about the Zika virus, and they're very different. And my understanding is the way in which someone becomes contagious with Ebola creates a health problem in and of itself, whereas with Zika, it's not as easily transmitted from person to person. However, it's transmitted from mosquitoes to people very easily. And I just wonder what you think we could do in terms of leveraging all of our assets, including one that happens to be situated in Youngstown, Ohio, which is the 910th. It's the airlift wing there that provides the aerial spraying for our country. They do incredible work on our firing ranges. They do work with regard to oil spills, but they also do work with regard to mosquito infestations. Do they have a role here with regard to Zika, particularly in spraying in the southern part of the country where we can see, unfortunately, a movement from Latin America up toward the United States?
Senator, thank you for that question. Vector control, which is what you're referring to in terms of controlling mosquito populations, is an area that CDC, I think, has primary responsibility for. So if I could yield to my colleague, I'd let him address your question.
It's hard to give a global answer to that question. The variability of mosquito control districts in the U.S. is remarkable. Some localities have really finely honed enterprises, others hardly at all. I think that there could be a role for that air wing in locations that don't have the capability and need it. One of the things that we think is really important that the Zika virus outbreak is pointing out is the need to really revitalize those mosquito control efforts, not only for control, but really just to understand what's going on. That part of what those mosquito control districts do is capture mosquitoes and speciate them, and we just don't have the information that we need right now in the U.S. to make the best decisions.
Great. Well, thank you, Dr. Redden. Thank you, Senators. And I want you to know the 910th is ready and willing, and they, again, do outstanding work, and I think it would be a way to leverage some of those DoD assets to address a very real potential biological issue that we are currently facing, just as we did with Ebola over the last couple of years.